Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baling Wires Old Iron. So I've got something a little different today. If you guys seen my short, you would know that I said that I've got a shop project going on, and I do. I've got something I need to be getting done here in the shop so I can get some things cleaned up and get some more going on some of these rigs around here. Now don't worry, we got plenty more going on Jimmy. Once I get some of this stuff done in the shop, we'll get back on Jimmy. I need to get Jimmy and James ready to go for the C10 Nationals. So if you give me just a minute, I'll get you over here and I'll kind of show you what I got going on. Okay folks, here's a portion of my shop where I've got some machines set up. I've got two lathes there and a surface grinder. And what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to build a backstop to hook to that lathe and actually run it over to the wall there and mount some lights to go over those machines. The backstop on the lathe, on the little lathe there, I really need to make that happen because that's where all the tooling should go. I bought that lathe from an estate sale and that's how he had it set up. So I'm basically going to kind of do the same, and it's going to give me the opportunity to mount some lights to each lathe. Give me just a second and I'll take you over to the inside where those machines are sitting at. So here we go. This is kind of how I've got this set up. I'm kind of cramped for space because you know, I don't have separate buildings for this stuff. I need to have room to work on rigs, and I need to have room to work on metal also. And metal's kind of my thing. I went to welding school several years ago, and I am by no means a professional machinist. I do like the machining end of it. I have done some of it. It interests me. I love it. But I spent most of my time as a welder fabricator, and that's what I spent most of my time doing. So this is what we've got right here, and this grizzly lathe right here. Here is the working area of it right here, and I'm wanting to build that backstop right there. And we'll have that backstop there. And let me turn around here and I'll show you guys this other side. So over here against the wall, right above that fan, I think I'm going to build some brackets. I may have to move that sign, that old number 9 wire fixed up for me, and trip wire and rusty wire hung up there for me. But I think I may move it on the end of this structure that I'm going to build to hang lights and the backstop for this lathe. But I'm going to get to making some brackets. Let me get some metal together and we'll start cutting some steel. Okay, so I gathered the material. This should do what I need to do. I may need another piece of tube. I don't know if I've got enough for both uprights, but this should do what I needed to do. Let's get the saw ready. I'll get my safety glasses and we'll get ready to do some cutting. All right, well, we're going to get started cutting here. Before I set you guys on a tripod, I wanted to bring you in here and show you this saw. So I've had this saw about almost a year now, and I just unboxed it a couple hours ago. Now I did sell my bandsaw and two reciprocating power hacksaws that I had, and to be able to get this saw. Now this is basically a mitering metal saw, almost just like what the wood guys use in home building. This is a very nice saw, but this is my first time using it, so let's try it out. Let's see how it does. Folks, I wanted to bring you in here. That saw, this isn't even hardly warm. Not even hardly at all. I just got that piece cut. This isn't even warm. So far, I just cut two pieces, but that saw Works nice. Okay, I got the main pieces for my brackets cut. So if you look here, you kind of get maybe an idea of what I'm doing here. That flat bar will mount to the wall. Then I've got that angle on there, and I'm going to set the tubing right inside of it, and that'll give me a cross beam to come out here to go to that lathe. I think before I weld these together, I think I'm going to drill holes in them for the lag screws to screw to the wall. I'll drill some holes. I don't want to bore you guys with that, and then I'll bring you back when I get the welder ready to go. Okay, folks, I wanted to bring you in here and show you something. And I don't know, to me, I think everybody knows this, but I get in an argument all the time with the safety man when he comes to visit my shop sometimes, because we've got these great big things that they make us put on these drill presses. It's a big plastic cover, basically covers the chuck, the bit, everything. And, you know, I tell him if somebody knows what they're doing, they don't really need that. So, let me show you. Now when you're drilling a hole, you start to get that stringy, see it like it's like that? All you gotta do is stop, let up, go back down, strings again, stop, let up. If you watch the Machine Center, that's how it does it. Now I don't know if everybody knows that. I thought everybody knew this, but I was taught this several years ago. Keep that from stringing around. Just let up just a little bit. Just a little tip for you. Okay, that's about what the basic setup's going to look like. I'm going to build some gussets to put on there, but I'm going to get these tacked together, and after I get them tacked together, I'll start cutting the braces, and I'll bring you guys back in. I may do some time lapse of me welding. All right, I got my gussets cut. Let's get them tacked on and weld here for a little bit. Alright, there we are. There's the two brackets they're going to mount to the wall. They're all ready to go. I'll get ready, make some measurements, and get ready to mount them on the wall. Follow along. Well, I kind of skipped ahead a little bit on y'all. I've got the brackets up on the wall there. And I'm going to start with my supports coming out and my legs out here. So I'll get you guys on the stand while I get some of this put up there. But this is where I'm at now. This has been a few days later. I had to go out of town for a few days for work. But this is where I am right now, and I'm getting ready to start back with you. All right, so we've got the cross piece on there. Now let's get the leg down to the floor. I'll put you guys on the stand. Well, there's my framework. I got all the framework ready to go. I got it anchored down to the concrete. I got my crossbars where I want to hang my lights. Got everything anchored to the wall. Coming across, everything's welded together. Now I just need to get my sheet metal that I'm going to put for my backstop on that lathe. I'm going to put one from the lathe to the top and then from the lathe to the ground, because that lathe does have, if you see down there, it's got drawers. So that'll be kind of a backstop for the drawers, and it'll also kind of be, protect that lathe. But let me find some sheet metal, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I got that sheet up on there. I didn't film it. I had to have my neighbor come up and help me with that, and so I didn't film it, but I've got it up there and clamped and tacked in a few spots. But I'm going to go ahead and weld it on up. Now I do need to cut another piece for that lower part, because I do want to put a sheet across there. That lathe, it's got drawers in the bottom of it, and that'll just kind of keep everything in there, and it'll keep all the metal shavings over there in that area, and it won't let them come out here on the main floor. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get to some welding and weld that sheet up. Well, everyone, I'm just about got this project wrapped up. I've got the sheets on there. My backstop's ready to go. I think I'm going to hang my lights and even maybe paint it and hang some of the stuff for the tooling, so I can kind of show you all what this is really all about. But I am just about to wrap this one up. Then I can get back on Jimmy and James, get them ready for the C10 Nationals. Okay, folks, so I've got this project pretty much done. I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around with it. It was just a small shop project, but I've got some stuff to do to it, like I want to paint it, and I need to tie up some of the wiring. I need to finish the brackets for the tooling on the other side, but I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around so you guys can see what this was all about. As you can see, I moved my sign out here. I want to thank old number 9 Wire again for fixing up that sign for me. I think that's going to be the permanent place for it. But as you can see, I've got this backstop here up against that lathe, and I've got it totally blocked off from out here, so that way the filings and everything will stay in there in that machining area. Let me go inside there and I'll kind of show you all what this is all about here on the inside. Okay, here we are on the back side. As you can see, I've got my rubber fatigue mat down there for the walking space, all set and ready to go. And there's the lathe, there's my backstop. And there is some of the tooling for this. Like I told you before, this Grizzly lathe here, I bought it in an estate sale. And when we got it out of the garage there, it was kind of set up like this. It was up against the wall, but it had a plate kind of like this that the tooling was on. And I liked it, and so I asked them, I says, well, can I have all those brackets off of that wall? And so they let me have all that stuff with the lathe. And as you can see, there it is, the tooling's right there. Now I still got plenty of space for anything else I want to hang here, and I do have more stuff to hang. And then I did tell you before, this Grizzly lathe has drawers down here. As you can see, there's some extra parts, and I'm going to add more to it. I'm going to get this machining area all taken care of. But with this Grizzly here, and then I'll turn you around here on this other side. This old LeBlanc lathe right here. This makes this area pretty nice. I don't have that surface grinder really ready to go yet, but I don't really need to do much other than just clean it up some more and put it together, and it'll be ready to go. Let me go back to this LeBlanc lathe here for a minute. This LeBlanc lathe right here. If I can find a picture, I'll put a picture in the video of what this looked like before. But it did not look anything like this. I have totally redone this lathe. I tore it all apart, every nut and bolt, everything on it, and tore it down, repainted it, and put it back together. And I mean, it's old. It was manufactured between 1903 and 1907. And you know, originally it would have had a line shaft up above and run on a belt. Right now, well, it's got this belt system right here, and it's got this Model A transmission right here. That transmission's out of a Model A, and who knows how long ago that was done. Oh, I spent this bracket and stuff. I mean, was probably a fairly modern channel, but they may have had it fixed up some other way. But for what there was to rebuild that transmission, I rebuilt it, and I rebuilt this whole lathe. Everything about it. It is, like I said, it's a LeBlanc lathe, and it was manufactured from 1903 to 1907. I'd like to find out some more information about it, but that's what I know about it now. I got it at another estate sale clear out in Kansas, and I really actually enjoyed tearing this thing down and rebuilding it. But let me go back to our project here, which we're done with. And as you see, they give me a spot to hang some lights right above those two lathes. And as you can see, it really brightened it up in there. So I've almost got this part of my machining area ready to go. And that's what I've got going on. But I don't want to bore you guys with the tidying up I've got to do. Like I said, I'm going to take all that stuff off, and I'll probably paint this backstop, and then I need to run my wires across and tie them to that frame, and the power source to this lathe I need to do the same thing with. I'm going to run it up that way and up across that frame, working over. I hope the lights don't blind you all too much in the video. It looks like that they look pretty cloudy in here, but I will tell you, it is really brightened up this area right here. Okay, here's the picture I had of my LeBlanc lathe when I got it. It's sitting on my trailer right here. This is when I first brought it home from the estate sale. Folks, that's going to do it for this video. I normally won't have this kind of content. I just thought I would throw this in there since this is what I had going on. I'm just trying to get some stuff straightened up here so I can really get going on some of these rigs. I really want to make sure I've got Jimmy and James ready to go to the C10 Nationals in Dallas in May, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on. So I'll have a bunch of content of Jimmy and James coming up here really soon. I would like to thank everyone. My channel, so Cousin Waylon did a shout out for me in his last video, and it really helped my subscribers. I would really like to appreciate all of my subscribers. I never really thought that it would go this far. I'm getting close to where I need to be, but I've still got a little ways to go. Put in the comments, let me know how I'm doing, if there's something I need to change, or what you like or don't like. So, you know, they say the algorithms like it if you say this, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.